Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our Saturday morning practice. We're going to spend the next hour and a half together focusing on exercise and meditation and also something called the metta, and all for the purpose of our physical and spiritual health. End result is hopefully reverse premature aging. So let's start. And the first part, we're going to finish the first part with a 5-minute meditation, learning how to do abdominal breathing. I remember a couple of weeks ago, many weeks ago, maybe, I talked about a study that summarized the 3 key factors in super aging or preventing premature aging. And I call it, the first one called ABC, always be compassionate. The second one is about management of cortisol, the stress hormone. Never too much and never too little. Right amount of cortisol at the right time. And then the last one is exercise that actually preserve the essence in the body. And by essence, I'm talking about the qi in the body. And the Chinese believe that the qi comes in the yin and the yang. The yang is what's influenced by the sun. That's actually what's going out of your body. And the yin is what's coming from the universe in the absence of the sun. And the yin energy corresponds to some of the key organs. And each of those organs, the heart, the lung, the splint, the liver, and then also the kidney, they each have essence. And the exercise is about preserving the essence, not to exhaust the essence. So simply, one thing that we don't like to do is don't like to sweat that much, because sweating is actually the essence of the heart. And we also don't like to huff and puff that much, because the air is the essence of the lung. So we'll do exercise, and you'll find that exercise is actually quite good in promoting cardio health and promoting flexibility and promoting strength. But you can hardly tell because it's not that strenuous, okay? All right, so we're going to start by doing some stretching, especially stretching the back, which is facing the sun. That's where the yang energies are. All the energy, yang energy, rises to the top of the head. And we're going to stretch the most important piece of tendon or muscle, which is the diaphragm. So we're going to do 3 deep breathing. So the key to deep breathing is to relax, okay? Relax, do it slowly, because the diaphragm is viscoelastic. And the harder you push it, the harder it fights back. So we're going to focus on the body first. Bring the body and the mind together. Stretch your spine towards the ceiling. Lean back slightly and then relax. Open that shoulder and then relax. Now focus on the center of your palm. Bring your hands together, locking the fingers. Put that right below the belly button, about 2 fingers. There's an energy point here called the seer of qi. The Chinese believe that this is where you received the original energy from your mother when you're inside the womb. Now we're going to bring our hands up as we breathe in, all the way up to here, in between the nose and the top of your lip. And this is called the middle of being. This is where the yang energy and the yin energy exchange. And so very slowly breathe in. As you breathe in, bring your body up, breathe in. And then very slowly breathe out. As you breathe out, point the center of your palm towards the sky and looking at the hands. And now look straight ahead, unlock your fingers, and then put a little bit of pressure on your wrist. Stretch the upper part of your arm as if you're climbing the mountain, stretching the yang energy. Back to the hands again. Focus entirely on your center of your palm. Very gently breathe in. Breathe out. Stretch your elbow. Look straight ahead. Climb the mountain. And then back again one last time. Back to the fingers. Mind, body together. Breathe in. Breathe out. Lock your elbow. Eyes forward. Climb the mountain. And then now that was an energetic exercise. Now we want to come back to a restorative exercise, which is basically resting your body and then focusing now on your breath. So when we move, we focus on the body, and when we're stationary, we focus on the breath. All right. So open the shoulder again, relax the shoulder. Once again, locking your fingers, palm facing up, palm facing down. Stretch, lock your elbow, eyes forward. Bring your hands up, all the way up very gently, focusing on your body, all the way up. Now the palms are facing the sky, locking your elbow. Focus. Now we want to focus on the bottom of your spine. Okay, now from the bottom of the spine to the top of the head, slowly stretch the upper body. Hold it, and then bring it back. Hold it, back in the middle. Make sure you stretch the elbow, okay? Stretch. Now bring the entire body to the left. Hold it, bring it back. Stretch. Bring the entire body to the right. Back again. Stretch. Left again. Back in the middle. Stretch. And then now to the right. And then back in the middle. Focus on the center of your palm. And then now mind, body together. Bring down your hands. Once again, back to the restorative, focusing on your breath. One breath at a time. Know that I'm breathing in. Feel your breath. Know that I'm breathing out. Another one. Feel the in breath. And then feel the out breath. Okay, we're going to cycle between the energetic and the restorative to really restore the harmony between your yin and the yang. The yin is the rest and digest, and the yang is the fight or flight. Okay, allow your body to know the difference so that when your body is in the energetic state, when you're under pressure, under danger, cortisol will come. Okay, now you need that for survival. And then as soon as you rest, the cortisol would disappear. Okay, so that you can turn back on all the vital functions in your body. All right. Okay, now continue. Open the shoulder, relax the shoulder. Right hand touching the left shoulder. Lean back the forehead so that your top of the head is facing the sky. So you can feel the pressure on your right shoulder. Now take your left hand, grab your right elbow, and then bring it all the way to the left. You feel the stress on your right side of your body. And then come back to the other hand. Okay, now make sure you lean back the forehead so that you're putting stress on the left shoulder. Grab the left elbow, and then now stretch to the right. And then come back, focusing on the breathing. One breath at a time. I know I'm breathing in. I know I'm breathing out. Okay, now we're going to work on the elbow and the wrist. So open your shoulder, relax. Left hand, the palm facing the sky. Right hand, put that between your finger and your palm. Very gently bring down your hand. Now focus on the left elbow. Push the elbow, lock it, eyes forward. And then now use your elbow to bring your hand up. You feel the stress on your finger and your wrist. That's what you want. Now, looking straight ahead without turning the body, take the left hand and then bring it all the way to right. Feel the stress on your shoulder. And then come back. And then relax. Now do the other hand. Sit up straight. Bring the hands down. Push out the elbow, eyes forward. Elbow goes up. Push with the elbow. Okay, lock the elbow. Now, eyes forward without turning the body. Right hand to the left. Feel the stress on your finger, or your wrist, your elbow, and your shoulder. Now come back and then relax. Back to the restorative. Let your body know that you're resting so that not only does it shut down the stress hormone, the cortisol, but it also knows to turn back on all the immune system, or the digestive system, or your reproductive system. Okay, continue. Now open your shoulder, relax the shoulder. Right hand, the palm facing the sky. The wrist is 90 degrees. Open that shoulder. Left hand also facing 90 degree, facing the earth. Open that shoulder. Now imagine that the sky is on top of your right palm. I want you to slowly push up the sky. Feel the body as you push. And then lock your elbow. Now I want you to feel the earth on your left palm. And I want you to push down the earth all the way down. Now I want you to take your right hand and then move it back as you rotate your head all the way to the left. Stop at the shoulder and then keep rotating your eye as if you're looking at your back. And then now bring your eye back, bring your head back, and then very slowly relax. Change the other hand. Left facing the sky, right facing the earth. Very gently, steady, push up the sky until you lock your elbow. Very gently push down the earth until you lock the elbow. Bring your left hand back, right, and then turn your head to the right, to the shoulder. Keep turning your eye until you look at your back. Bring back your eye, bring back your head, lock your elbow, and then relax. Focusing on your breathing. That harmony between the yin and yang is very, very important to your health. Okay, very, very important. That ability to manage the cortisol, right, so that it comes when it's on demand, and then it disappears when it's on demand. Okay, very important to retrain your body. And this is the one thing that the modern people have that have forgotten how to do, is to turn on the rest and digest. Okay. And open the shoulder. We're going to stretch what's called this dragon's back. Okay. Open the shoulder, relax the shoulder. Put your hands together, locking the fingers. Put that at the lower back, palm facing up, palm facing down. Now stretch until you lock your elbow. Focus on the top of the head. Okay. Stretch up and then push down. So one up, one down. And then relax. Now focus on your forehead. Bring your forehead back and then lift up your arm. And then relax. Back to the breathing. One breath at a time. Now open the shoulder. Right hand, the palm is on your spine. Fingers pointing the lower part of your spine. Lean back your forehead so the top of the head is facing the sky. Very important. Now focus on the right shoulder. I want you to stretch the right shoulder. Lift it up as much as you can. It's focusing on the shoulder, not the fingers, okay? And relax. The other side. Focus on the left shoulder. Stretch the shoulder up. And then relax. Back to the breathing. Slow down the breathing, okay? You don't want to be huffing and puffing right now. You can feel your heart beating. It's actually a very, very efficient cardio exercise. Now open the shoulder, relax the shoulder. Take your right hand, the back of the hand at the lower part of your spine. 2 fingers pointing to the left shoulder. Focus on the right shoulder. Stretch the right shoulder down and then relax. The other hand pointing the right shoulder. Stretch the left shoulder down. Now take the other hand, touching the fingers. Come back, look straight ahead, top of the head facing the sky. Focusing on the 2 shoulders, right shoulder up, left shoulder down. And then relax. The other hand. Sit up straight. Left shoulder up, right shoulder down. And then relax. Now your heart is pounding, right? You're beating pretty fast. You're breathing hard. So now it's important to restore that. Focus on your breathing. One breath at a time. Know that I'm breathing in. Know that I'm breathing out. Another one. Slow down your heartbeat. Now, the last exercise is called the reverse Buddha. Open your shoulder, relax your shoulder, sit up straight, top of the head facing the sky. Put the hands together, palm touching the palm, fingers touching the fingers. Put that on your lower back, fingers pointing down. Rotate so fingers are pointing up, bring it up. Keep the center of the palm together. Now, I want you to push your hand forward and then lean back the shoulder. One forward, one backward. And now I want you to focus on your breath. One breath. Two breaths. And then relax. All right. So this is actually a very important exercise. Now, you don't have to be so elaborate, but you need to do something before you sit down. So if you have a habit of doing meditation, whether it's 5 minutes or half an hour or whatever, don't just sit down. Because when you just sit down, there's not enough oxygen in your body, and there's not enough oxygen in your brain. And so you would fall asleep. It's a waste of time. Okay. Well, it's not a waste of time. It's just want to sleep, right? So we don't just sit. Okay, we don't just sit. We energize the body first, because sitting is there's a misconception that says that sitting meditation is about not thinking, right? There's a misinterpretation of the word emptiness, and so it takes a lot of strength to sit. So we're going to learn to sit properly for 5 minutes by learning how to breathe with our stomach. Okay, no one breathes the stomach. The stomach is not capable of breathing. In fact, the lung is not capable of breathing. There's no muscle in it. All breathing are done with the diaphragm. What I'm talking about now is really learn to use the diaphragm more efficiently, do much deeper breathing, so you actually feel that your stomach are moving, right? And you will notice that when the baby were born, they actually breathe very deep, right? Because that's how they breathe when they're inside the womb. As we get older, our breath gets more shallow and shallow and shallow. And when you finally die, it's all about the throat, just sucking air in, struggling. Okay, so this is all about restoring the harmony between the rest and digest and the fight or flight by actually learning how to turn on the rest and digest. Okay, so modern people, we think that we go to vacation to relax. You don't go to vacation to relax. You actually go to vacation to turn on your fight or flight. Okay, and so we want to learn how to do that. So we do that by first learning how to sit in such a way that puts the least amount of stress on your body. Yesterday, I twisted my back slightly. It's just a very tiny tingling in my back that I know that if I don't take care of it, it's going to get worse. It happens a lot, right? It happens to everyone. So it turns out that if you feel that and you think that there's a problem in the back, the best way is to sit, but sit properly. Okay, so we're going to learn how to sit properly. We divide the body into 7 parts. I want you to focus on your leg first. I want you to think about the entire upper torso as a bell, like the Liberty Bell. And I want you to think about the legs as the pedestal for that bell. So I don't want you to use any muscle. And so if you're lifting up your feet are not touching the sitting mat, I want you to put some pillows, some blankets, so that you're not using muscle. And you sit on the chair, which is perfectly fine. I want you to touch the floor with the bottom of your feet and put the bottom of your feet right below the knee. Okay, not in front, not behind. Now the second part are the hands. All I want you to do is relax the fingers, relax the wrists, relax the elbow, and then just rest your fingers, rest your hand on your knee, your thigh, your calf, anywhere. Just rest it so you're not using any muscle. The minute that you use your muscle, then your body thinks that you're under stress. Okay, so we don't want that. Now, the third one is the spine, which is the most important because it's supporting the weight of your upper torso. And right now you're supporting with muscle. We don't want that. So what do? So we focus on the top of the head And we stretch the spine, pushing the top of the head towards the ceiling. Stretch the spine until it hurts. And then now we're going to lean back the upper torso until you feel like you're just going to fall over. And then we're going to relax. Now that's the way you sit. You put the weight of your body on top of the spiral core. One disc at it, the spiral core is made of these discs, right? So you're stacking the discs on top of each other. Now we go to the shoulder. I want you to open the shoulder. When you open the shoulder, you're removing all the restrictions on your lung and your heart. And then I want you to lower the shoulder. Relax, lower some more. Okay. Now your body is supporting its own weight except the head. The head is leaning forward, putting a lot of stress on your neck. So I want you to focus on the forehead and lean back the forehead as if you're putting the ears on top of the shoulder and the back of the neck is touching the collar. Okay, now the weight of the head is on top of the spine, except that the top of the head is facing backward. So I want you to tuck in your chin as if you're putting the top of the head on top of the spine. We call this the one pillar supporting the sky. All the positive energies are pointing towards the top of the sky. And not only that, we're putting some pressure on the two arteries on your neck that would lower your blood pressure. The last two has to do with the eyes and the tongue. I want you to relax your forehead, relax in between your eyebrow, relax your eyelid as if the baby is going to sleep. Baby doesn't shut their eye when they go to sleep. They just relax the eyelids. So you can kind of see your hand, your knee. Okay, you can see through the eyelashes. Finally is the tongue. I want you to, when you're under stress, the first thing it does is that it turns off the saliva gland. So I want you to turn it back on by putting the tip of the tongue between the teeth and the roof of your mouth. It's actually right behind this energy point. Now, so it does many things. It actually turns on the saliva gland, but it also using the tongue to connect the yang energy line, the yang primary vessel called the governing vessel, that goes that goes from the top down and then touching the tip of the tongue, and then that's for the yin energy, and it goes all the way down to your belly button. And close your mouth, relax your teeth. And then I want you to bring a little smile into your face. You do that by thinking about gratitude, how grateful you are with your body, with your health, with your family, with your friends, with your teacher. Bring that to your face. That automatically puts away all your anxiety. Now that we got the body into a colonnautical form, it's time to learn to focus on the breathing. It comes in steps. So the first step is called knowing. Just knowing that you're breathing in, feel your breath, feel the fresh air coming through your nostril. Know that you're breathing out. Feel your out breath. Focus. Now I want you to focus on your belly button. When you know that you're breathing in, you move forward. Your mind moves forward as if you're bringing the belly button all the way across the room. Now just your mind, okay? Now the body will follow. As soon as you know that you're breathing out, I want you to use your mind. Bring that belly button all the way to the back. Okay, don't try to use any strength. Don't try to force your body into doing anything. Don't try to beat your body into submission. Just feel your breath. When you know that you're breathing in, relax, move forward. When you know that you're breathing out, move backward. Your body will follow, okay? When you breathe in, the stomach relaxes because the diaphragm is pushing down. When you breathe out, the stomach collapses because the diaphragm is pushing up. That's all. That's all we're doing, okay? Now, I want you to do that for 5 minutes. Now, of course, the mind is not going to like that, okay? That doesn't like to be locked into one thing. So everyone, after a couple of breaths, you realize that, oh, your mind is somewhere else. You're no longer focusing on your belly button. That's okay. Bring it back. Just bring it back. In fact, don't bring it back. Invite it back. invite your mind to be part of your practice, one breath at a time. Okay, open your eyes. So a couple of weeks ago, I talked about a study that shows the correlation, not the causality, but the correlation between abdominal breathing and Alzheimer, right, or dementia. And so they start with groups of people that have onset of Alzheimer's, so they can monitor the deposit in the brain, some kind of marker. And they realize that the people who learn to meditate by focusing on the abdominal breathing actually have an improvement. And the correlation is that they measure what's called the heart rate variability, which is the difference in heart rate when you're breathing in versus when you're breathing out, something that is not so easy to measure, but they can in the laboratory. And so what that does is that it really is monitoring the harmony between the yin and the yang, right? And the yin being the rest and digest, and the yang being the fight or flight. And so the question is, that is the correlation. What's the causality? The causality has to do with the cortisol. Has to do with the cortisol. The cortisol is both a gift and a curse. You need that when you're under stress, and it does many things. One of the things it does is that it's actually anti-inflammatory agent, right? It's a form of steroid. And so when you're in the fight or flight, your body starts to inflame, and then it automatically sends it out to heal and to remove the inflammation. The problem is that when you're under stress all the time, your body develops resistance to the cortisol. So your body starts to inflame with no way of reversing that. And so inflammation in the brain is dementia, inflammation in the pancreas, that's type 2 diabetes, inflammations in the artery, that's heart attack or stroke. It all comes from the mismanagement of cortisol. So here we focus a lot on that. It's really how to learn how to energize the rest and digest by learning how to sit, learning how to stand, learning how to exercise, learning how to meditate. All right. Okay, so now we're on to the second part. The second part, going back to what I said earlier, the three factors in maintaining your brain health so that you don't age prematurely. It's the management of cortisol, it's the exercise, but also compassion. Turns out compassion is very important. Compassion to this body, compassion to others, but compassion to this body. All right. And I use the example that if there's not enough love and kindness in the family, the kid's not going to grow up in a good environment, and they become cancerous. Right. And if you don't have enough love to yourself and to others, your body becomes cancerous. And that's what happens. All right, so we're going to do some exercise now in prepare for that by relieving the trauma in the body, physical trauma. And there's a trick to that, which is to understand the difference between intelligent and intellect. We often think of them as the same. Intellect is when you use your brain. Intelligence is the entire intelligence system that includes your spine and everything else. And we tend to focus too much on the intellect and not understanding that there's another part of that. And it's really the difference between knowledge and experience. So I want you to focus on the experience and not the thinking. So I want you to put aside your thinking, not judging, okay? Just focus on the experiencing body. It turns out there's another scientific study that says that people who tend to feel more has a better brain health, because you're really working on the spiral cord, which feeds into the brain. Okay, and we all know that, right? If you go to the bookstore and try to buy a book for the little kid, and you notice that they have a lot more texture, right? You can feel the book, you can feel the fur, that, like that. Okay, so we're going to do some joint exercise, but it's not just an exercise, it's also exercise in sensation. So I want you to come back to the body. Again, stretch your spine, and then lean back, and then relax your spine. I want you to focus on the shoulder, open that shoulder, and then relax the shoulder. Now I want you to focus on the center of your palm, mind, body together. Bring up your hands gently all the way up to the shoulder level. I want you to focus now on the wrist. And I want you to turn the wrist as slow as you can. But as you turn it, I want you to feel it. I want you to feel the change in your body very gently. See if there's any pain, any tightness, any numbness, any heat, any sweat. One turn at a time, one turn at a time. Very slowly, very gently, totally focus. And now I want you to turn the other way. Again, keep your mind on your wrist, focusing on your wrist, focusing on that sensation in your wrist, focusing on experiencing your body. Now I want you to bring your hand down, but before you do that, I want you to bring your mind and the center of your palm together. Bring it down the same way you bring it up. Now back to the shoulder, open the shoulder, relax the shoulder. Back to the center of your palm, bring up your hand, body and mind together, all the way up to shoulder level. Now I want you to focus on the elbow. Again, turning the elbow. 1, 2, while you're experiencing the change in your body, experiencing the change in your elbow, any heat, sweat, numbness, tightness, or maybe even pain. 1 turn at a time. Focus entirely on your body. And then now very gently go the other way, turning your elbow. And now I want you to bring the hands down together with your mind, back to your shoulder again, open the shoulder, relax the shoulder. We're going from the wrist to the elbow to the shoulder now. And I want you to focus on the center of your palm, bring up your hand, crossing your hand, follow your hand, bring it up above the head, and then I want you to stretch the upper body. And as you come down, I want you to turn the wrist as if you're touching the wall. And then when you come down, I want you to relax. Starting from 0, bring up your hand, stretch, come down, touching the wall. Feel your shoulder. Back again, stretch, open your arms, feel the wrists touching the wall. One last time. Come together with your mind, stretch, and then feel the walls. And then now I want you to turn the other way. Open first, very gently. Stretch. Come down together with your mind. The mind is always focused on the center of your palm. Stretch. And then down. Open one last time. Stretch. And then bring it back down. Once again, open the shoulder, relax the shoulder. Focus on the center of your palm. Bring it up. Now we're going to have some sensation on the shoulder, right? Some pain, some unpleasant feeling. We're going to learn how to accept that feeling and then let go of that feeling. Get ready. Oh, bring it up. Open as far back as you can. Feel the pain on your shoulder. Let go of that pain. Focus back onto your palm again. Bring it up. Open the shoulder. Feel the pain. Let go of the pain. Come back to the center of your palm. Bring it up. Open that shoulder, feel the pain, let go of the pain, come back to the center of your palm. One last time. Up, open the shoulder, feel the pain, let go of the pain, come back to the center of your palm. Open the shoulder as far back as you can. Up, stretch, down, back, stretch, down, back, stretch, and then down. Back to the restorative, focusing on your breathing. One breath at a time. Know that you're breathing in. Know that you're breathing out. Okay. And so we're going to do 3 sets of exercise, right? All Shaolin from the Shaolin Temple, internal Qi exercise. Okay. And it has elements to it that are good for your brain. The first one is called the double blade. Imagine your hands are like 2 blades. And you want to separate the left brain from the right brain. This is actually a key thing. I noticed my father was falling because he couldn't balance anymore. He suffered from dementia because his left brain and his right brain are no longer independent, and it actually changes his whole his personality change, right? Because we all know that the left brain and the right brains are two parts of personality. All right. Now keeping the left hand stationary, separating left brain from the right brain, bringing the right hand, making a nice big circle. Now bring it as far back as you can. Feel the pain on your shoulder. Accept that pain. Let go of the pain. Bring it back. Left hand. Open the shoulder. Feel the pain. Accept the pain. Let go of the pain. Sit up straight. Right hand. Open. Feel the pain. Accept the pain. Let go of the pain. Left hand. Right hand stationary. Open. Feel it. And then letting it go. Right hand. Open. Feel it. Accept it. And then letting it go. One last time. Left hand. All the way around. Feel it. Accept it. And then letting it go. Back to the breathing. And as you can imagine, I become very sensitive to articles on the web about mental health and spiritual practice and all that. And so I just read another article the other day that talks about how people who meditate regularly um, develop a much a way of how do I put that? We typically have aversion to negative emotion, right? That's how we've been. And when you meditate, you tend not to develop that aversion. You're starting to understand the negative emotion, and you learn to accept it and let it go. Right. So that's part of that. All right. All right. Now, the second one is a little bit more energetic, but still same thing. Focus on your body. Feel your body. Okay. So this one is called throwing the fist, throwing the shoulder actually. Bring up your right hand, making a fist. Get ready. Up. Feel the body, bring it down, up. Feel the vibration coming back to your shoulders. Sit up straight, down, down, up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down. Now, two hands, okay? Focus on the center of your fist. Get ready. One, feel the vibration coming back to your shoulder. Two, three, four, and five. Okay. All right. So now we do the third part. The third part is called loosening up the shoulder. Is in fact activating the vagus nerve. Right. So we all know that the vagus nerve is a big part of our autonomous system. By learning how to energize the vagus nerve, we actually relax the body. Right. Because a lot of stress are accumulated at the bottom of your neck, the shoulder, the back, as well as inside. Cells inside. Okay, so the Chinese believe that when you have negative emotions, they get accumulated in your qi. So if you're angry, it's in the liver qi, and if you're in fear all the time, it's in the kidney qi, and if you are sad all the time, it's in the lung qi. And if you worry all the time, then it's in the splint qi. Okay. So they believe that. So not only do we accumulate physical stress, physical trauma, but we also accumulate mental trauma in the body. The body remembers. All right. So we're going to learn to activate the vagus nerve, not only by moving the shoulder, the neck, the back, but also by deep breathing. So I want you to sit up straight again, stretch the upper body, lean back, relax, open that shoulder, and then relax. There's two energy point here called the gate to the cloud. I want you to use the thumb to put that on top. Roll up your four fingers. We're going to first do just a preparation. Divide this into four parts. The first one is about lifting the shoulder, lifting the elbow, lifting the upper torso, as if you're bringing the shoulder to your ears. The second part is about pointing the elbow back, opening the shoulder all the way back, as if you're squeezing a tennis ball in the back. The third part is about lowering your elbow, lowering your shoulder, and completely relax. The fourth part is about pointing the elbow forward, hunching the back and the neck, looking down at the ceiling. And this is the starting point. So as we bring up the elbow, we start to look ahead and we breathe in with a nose. Then we open the shoulder, looking at the ceiling. And then as we come down, we look straight ahead again and we breathe out. Then we back to the starting position and we breathe in. Stretch your upper torso, open, and then we breathe out. Breathe in. Open, breathe out. Breathe in. Open, and then breathe out. Breathe in. Open, and breathe out. Breathe in. Open, and then breathe out. One last time. Breathe in. Open, and breathe out. Lower your hand, relax. We're ready to do some chanting, okay? So the vagus nerve is the 10th what's the word? The 10th nerve system. The 9th nerve system is the bottom of your throat. So activating the 9th cranial system requires some chanting. So we're going to chant. We're going to chant in the original language of the historical Buddha. This comes from a sutta called the Metta Sutta, loving kindness sutta. So we're going to learn how to focus on gratitude, forgiveness, and then sharing our loving kindness with ourselves and with others. And by others, it could mean your family, your friends, your teacher, your parents, whoever. And it can even be your enemy, someone that has caused you pain and suffering. Is actually a best way to practice loving kindness by giving that loving kindness to someone who actually causes you pain. And you will find that when you do that, it changes your world, right? That confrontation that you have with the person no longer exists. It's true. Well, we're going to first learn how to give loving kindness to ourselves. This body, who's been your friends for many years, that you take it for granted, actually is the one that deserves a lot of loving kindness. So I want you to focus on your body. I want you to start with gratitude. I want you to be very, very grateful to this body. And I'm going to chant with you using the original language of the Buddha. With the chanting, I want you to bless you with loving kindness. Follow me. May I be relieved of all negative energy and animosity. May I be relieved of all mental suffering. May I be relieved of all physical suffering. May I be protected with positive energy and be healthy, be peaceful. I'm going to chant. Suki Otono Puri Hoi. Now I want you to turn your focus to your friends, your family, your parents, your children, your siblings, your colleagues, your teachers, all the people who's been good to your life. I want you to turn your focus to the society or the first responders or the doctors or the nurses or the people that drive ambulances and the people who support the infrastructure, the truck drivers, the people who works in the grocery, the people who deliver food to you. But I also want you to think about the possibility that you might also forgive your enemies, that you're willing to share with them loving kindness. May all beings be relieved of negative energy and animosity. May all beings be relieved of mental suffering. May all beings be relieved of physical suffering. May all beings be protected with positive energy and be peaceful, be healthy, and be happy. Now chant with me. Sabi Sata Abhaya Antu Sabi Sata Ayavaja Antu Sabi Sata Anaga Sabi Sata Suki Atana May you all be blessed with peace, happiness, and health. Okay? All right. So this is a very powerful chant and something that I practice every day. And it's been good to me. It's been good to my family. All right. So I hope you enjoyed that. And so now we're going to get on and do some floor exercise. And as I said, we're going to be doing the same QiGong exercise every time, something called YJJ, Jing. But before we do that, let's warm up our joints again, and this time on the lower part of the body. Now there's a symmetry between the upper part and the lower part. The shoulder is the same as the hip. The elbow is the same as the knee, and the wrist is the same as the heel. Okay, so we're going to first work on the knee, and put your hands on the knee, and then very slowly, very gently, one, focus entirely on the sensation of your knee, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're going to go the other way, very gently, 1. The slower you do it, the harder it is actually. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. Now we're going to do it with the knee, right? Right foot forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now we're going to turn the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. Now left foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now go the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. Now we're going to do the toes. Right. Now we're going to stand on the toes. Now this means that you first stand with the feet firmly on the ground. Then you open your shoulder, relax that shoulder, lean the forehead, tuck in the chin, so the top of the head is facing the sky. Now I want you to focus entirely on the top of the head and stand on your toes, right? Now if you deviate from your head, you're going to fall, so focus entirely on the top of the head. And as you come down, impact the heel. Stand again. Impact the heel. One last time, stand again. Impact the heel. Okay? Now we're going to do some exercise that actually focus on the balance. Again, it's the left brain, right brain kind of thing. So this is actually very good to maintain the brain health. So we can stand on the right foot, and then we're going to kick the left up, stand on the left foot and kick on the right foot. Again, focus on the top of your head. Okay, as soon as you kick, come back to the top of the head. Get ready? 1, come back to the top of the head. 2, and then 3. Okay, now the other side, stand on the right. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. All right. So now we're going to spend the next maybe 15 minutes doing this one exercise. This QiGong exercise is the mother of all QiGong. This is probably around 1600 years old. It was taught by a North Indian yogi named Bodhidharma, and he was actually he taught to the monks in the Shaolin Temple. Okay, and then all right. So focus entirely on the body, relax. Now we're going to stand firmly. The feet are the same width of the shoulder. Now we're going to turn as if you're turning the center, okay, so that the toes are pointing inward. And then you're going to loosen up the knee. So all through the exercise, you don't want to lock your knee, okay? You're just actually going to loosen up your knee. That way it activates the yang energy in the back, especially the calf. The calf is very important for brain health, right? People with dementia, this is the first thing that happens is that they lose the muscle in the back, all right? So use that muscle, use the calf, use the thigh. Now, this comes in 14 forms. We're going to do this every week, okay, until you get good at it. And this exercise combines 3 things. It combines cardio, heart and lung. It combines flexibility, stretching, and then it combines muscle building. The most important in premature aging is that we lose a muscle. Okay. All right. So open the shoulder, relax that shoulder. Bring up your palm. Now the center of the palm is facing the earth, and we put that on the hip. Okay, we open the shoulder. Now we form a straight line. So you need to lean back your forehead, tuck in the chin again, so that your spine is straight. And when you push down, it sends a sharp wave through your spine. Okay. Now, but you don't push with strength. You push it with your mind. Focus on the center of your palm. And when I say go, you bring your mind firmly onto the center of the palm, mind, body together before you go. Okay. Don't listen to me. Get ready. Go. And relax. You feel the sharp wave all the way up to the top of the head and then back down to the bottom of the spine. Now, it's important that we spend time focusing on the breathing. 2 breaths. 1 breath. 2 breaths. Second time, open the shoulder. Get ready. Go. And then relax. 1 breath. 2 breaths. One last time. Get ready. Go. And then relax. 1 breath. 2 breaths. Okay. Second one is called pointing. So now the focus goes from the palm to the finger to the thumb. You take your thumb, you point it to right here, the hip, okay, forming a half circle. And you roll up your four fingers, and then imagine you're putting a bucket of water on your thumb, and you lift up the bucket of water as hard as you can. This activates the energy line that we name after the large intestine. This is actually helps to detox the body. And then we relax without lowering the hand, focusing on the breath again. One breath, two breath. Second time, lift up your thumb, lifting up those two buckets of water now, and then relax. One breath, two breath. One last time, lift up those two buckets of water, and then relax. One breath, two breath. Lower your hand. Now the third one is called beginner's mind. It's the baby's mind. So this is how the baby activate the yang energy when they're inside. So we're actually putting a thumb across the tip of the thumb under the ring fingers. And so when we squeeze, we're actually squeezing two energy points on the thumb, on the palm, that corresponds to both the heart and the pericardium. So put your thumbs across, roll up your four fingers, and then squeeze like the baby squeezed the fist. And then relax. Focus on the breath. Second time. Squeeze and then relax. One last time. Squeeze and then lower your hand, entire body relax. Pay attention to your breathing. One breath, two breath. Now we're going to take a deep breath by putting the fists together under the belly button again. And as we breathe in, we raise the hand, raise the body until we reach the right here. Okay, get ready. Breathe in. And then relax. Now we're going to energize the back. The back has a very important energy line that we name after the bladder. So as much as the energy line that we name after the large intestine, this is also the bladder. This has a lot to do with detoxing the body as well. So we bring our elbows together, and then now we focus on the back and we squack the back, and then relax, right? Taking the back and just bend it. Focus on the breath, one breath at a time. Bringing the elbows together again and squeeze the back and then relax. One breath at a time. And then one last time. Squeeze the back and then relax. One breath at a time. Okay, now focus on the fist. Open the shoulder. Bring your fist above the head. Open the fingers. And then roll up your fist. 1, 2, lock it with your thumb. And then squeeze. This is very good for your heart. And then relax. Open your palm. Second time, roll up your fist and squeeze. And then relax. One last time, open your shoulder, roll up your fist, lock it with your thumb, and squeeze. And then relax. Okay, now the next one is called stabbing the shoulder. It actually energizes the energy line at the back along the neck, which we name after the gallbladder, which has to do with your nerve, okay, with your nervous system. So this is how we do it. We open a shoulder, we grab two dagger, we point it to a shoulder, and we stab, and then relax. One breath, two breaths. Second time, open the shoulder, hold on to the dagger, point it to your shoulder, and stab. and then relax. One last time. Open the shoulder, step, and then relax. The next one is called the cross. Now imagine you have two trees on the side. And first, we're going to rotate the wrist. Then we're going to roll the fist one joint at a time, and then lock it with your thumb. Take a deep breath and push. And then relax. Second time. Roll the wrist, roll the fist, and push. And then relax. One last time. Wrist, fist, take a deep breath and push. And then relax. One breath. Two breaths. Same thing in the front. Imagine you have a wall in front. You lock your elbow, wrist, fist, take a deep breath and push. And then relax. Second time, wrist, fist, take a deep breath and push. And then relax. One last time. And push. And then relax. Okay, so now the next two part has to do with muscle building. Okay, so imagine you have a bar. Grab the bar. We're doing some chin up. Look up first. And then pull yourself up. And then relax. Use that muscle now. If you don't use it, you lose it, okay? Second time. Pull yourself up. And then relax. One last time. Pull yourself up. And then relax, okay? This is for your muscle. Same thing. Okay, putting the fist together. Imagine you have a phone book. You grab the phone book and you rip it open using your muscle. And then relax. Second time. Rip it open and then relax. One last time. And then rip it open and then relax. Now, if you do this properly, where you're cycling between the energetic and restorative, your mouth should not be dry right now. If you're dry, that means you didn't take the breathing part seriously, okay? So right now is when we swallow the saliva. If your mouth is dry, next time you know why, okay? Collect all your salivas and then swallow. Okay, now we're going to focus on the knee again. Make sure that we are going back to the goat stand. We relax the knee. We're going to go straight down without locking your knee. Okay, bend your knee, back of the hand touching. Now that we're looking at the floor, we squeeze the fist one time. Relax, focusing on your breathing. Squeeze the fist the second time. Relax. Squeeze your fist the third time. Relax. Flip your hand so you're looking at the palm. Again, without locking your knee, okay? Now take a deep breath. Breathe out. Breathe in. Palm facing forward and body and mind together. And you push. Then you take a deep breath. And you relax. Completely relax. We're going to go back and gonna sit for 5 minutes, and then I'm going to do some massage exercise with you, okay? All right, now focus on your body, focus on your breathing. Just sit for 5 minutes, any way you want. Either focus on the body, or better yet, focus on the breathing. A lot going on in your body right now. You can focus on your breath. You can focus on the warmth of your body, the heat that you generate. The chi is actually running around your body if you know how to focus on that. But that takes practice. Okay, 5 minutes, and then we'll do some massage. Okay, open your eyes. So last week I talked about this little gadget, and that can measure your heart rate. And I talk about how this is actually a good device to have. Allows you to monitor your resting heart rate, which is not exactly heart rate variability, but at least you know that you're resting, right? And you can tell that your body, the pulse rate goes down. And so I've been doing that for the last. I also have it on my Apple Watch, of course, but I thought this is, for $20 you can get one of these. It's easy. But I noticed that my heart rate never goes down when I'm in front of the class, when I'm doing this. And I thought, well, maybe it's because I'm too anxious. I'm still kind of worried about all the stuff's going on in front of me. So I tried to ignore all that and just stay focused on my meditation. And I still couldn't get it down. I usually can get it down to about 59, 60 pulse per minute. And I can't. It's stuck up in the high 60s. Then I realized that it's the light. The light is shining on my eyes, and it actually creates stress in my body. And I'm actually having stress hormone in spite of the fact that I'm sitting here and meditating. Then I realized that, for the last year or so, I sleep with a mask on my eye. And I had really good quality sleep. And I would recommend that. I read an article the other day that talks about that. And it turns out that even with a little bit of light when you sleep, you're energizing the fight or flight, creating cortisol. And as you create cortisol, the melatonin will go away, and so your quality of sleep goes down. So I would recommend you use an eye mask when you sleep, and I would recommend that when you meditate, you turn down the light. Okay, all right. So we have about 10, 12 minutes. I'm going to show you how to massage. Now, many of you have high blood pressure and are taking high blood pressure medicine. So high blood pressure medicine is wonderful in eliminating the symptom, but not the disease. High blood pressure is not a disease, it's a symptom. And two reasons why you would have high blood pressure. One is that you don't have enough oxygen. Your heart and lung are not working enough to put oxygen into your brain. And this two areas senses it, and it tells your heart and your lung to work overtime, creating high blood pressure. And the other one is that you're too much stress anyway, and your adrenaline is creating too much stress hormone, creating high blood pressure. So here we are trying to fix the problem by having exercise that improve the lung heart capacity, as well as teaching you how to relax. So you need to monitor your your blood pressure. Okay, you need to monitor your blood pressure if you're actually taking high blood pressure medicine right now, because you will find that your blood pressure will improve as you exercise with me. And if you don't adjust your high blood pressure medicine dosage, you would be over medicated. But in any case, when you take high blood pressure medicine, by solving the problem with the symptom, you're going to create a lot of pain in here because you're just not getting enough oxygen. So regardless of what you do with the medicine, I want to show you how to massage your neck and your back to relieve the pain, the headache, okay, that comes from taking high blood pressure medicine. So these pressure points are all named after wind. Wind is something that you can sense with your body, but not see, not taste, not smell. That's nerve, okay? So first one is right here. Okay, this one is called the chamber of wind. So you put your thumb right here and you massage. Okay. The second one, there are two of them now on the side, and this is called the palm of the wind. So you massage. Okay, now the next one is right below the ear. It's also named after the wind. I don't know how to translate the word other than to say that it's probably something to do with the wing or the window. You put your hands below the ear and you gently stretch until you reach the palm of the wind. Same thing on the other side. Massage. Back again. One more time. And then over here. Second time. And then the third time. Okay. Now the next one is right here. So you take your right hand, you wrap around right here. So there's a cavity right here. It's called the door of the wind. And you put your thumbs here, massage, and then you massage all the way up to the shoulder. Back, massage. That will relieve a lot of your tightness in the back, okay? Because you're just not getting enough oxygen in your brain if you just take high blood pressure medicine. Okay, and finally, we put the fingers together, lock it, put that behind, and this is actually the main energy point. If you don't do anything else, work on this too, called the palm of the wind, and then press down with your thumb, lean back the neck, putting pressure as if you're squeezing a rubber hose, and then relax. Now put that on top of the one on the left, and then just pull it towards the right. And then same thing, pull it towards the right. Just doing that is enough, okay? And you feel a little bit tingling right now on top of the head. So now it's a good time to massage. Take your fingers, starting at the forehead, massage. Now you should do this every day, okay? This is very important to massage the top of your head. And then now put that up on top of your temple and then massage the side. Okay? And then we're going to tap the top of the head 3 times. Open the shoulder, lean back the forehead, tuck in the chin. 10 fingers on top, 30 times. Okay, and then 3 times. Okay, now we're going to learn to massage the face. And it's not just the face, it's actually the end point of all the yang energy. It goes to the top of the head and comes to the face, okay? So the first one is right here at the beginning of the eyebrow. Take the index finger, sit up straight, and just press it down with your index finger. A little bit of soreness, And then now put the fingers in the middle and then squeeze, like you're squeezing toothpaste. Okay? Now take the index finger, put that at the corner of your eye, close your eye, massage. Okay, now right above the corner of your eye, using your thumb, you can feel the bone. There's a little cavity there. This is actually the nerve that affects your eyeball pressure. Okay, now press down with your thumb. We're going to do a little bit of eye yoga. Close your eye, rotate the eyeball up, right, down, left, up, right, down, left, up, right, down, left, up. The other way, left, down, right, up, left, down, right, up, left, down, right, up, and then relax, okay? The eyes a little bit brighter. And now we're going to take the thumb, put that under the left eye from the corner to the end. Massage. And then the other side, massage. 2 fingers, put that at the corner of your eye, go down to the corner of your mouth. Massage. Now put the 2 index finger outside your nostril. This is good for your sinus. And then 4 fingers right here. This is good for your high blood pressure, and just massage. Now we're going to focus on this center of your palm. There's an energy point that can actually give out positive energy. And focus on that. Put that on your eye. Okay, don't squeeze the eyeball, just put it on top. Second time. Put that on your eyeball. Third time. Put that on your eyeball. And then put that on your temple. And then massage the side of the face, massage the front of the face, massage the forehead, massage the top of the head, the big brain, and then all the way down to the neck, back to the face again. Now we're going to learn to massage the ear. The ear has a lot of energy points. The first part will help with high blood pressure. So divide it into 3 parts. Upper part, put the thumb inside, put the fingers in the back, and then just kind of massage. This is good for high blood pressure, okay? Now the middle part, massage. And then the lower part, use the index finger and massage. Massage the tip. Yank it a little bit. Massage the edge. Massage the ear loop. Yank it a little bit. Now put the two fingers, top and bottom, and just kind of squeeze that. Squeeze that. Use the index finger and massage where the ear joins the skull. Massage. And then put the fingers behind and go 1 and 2 and 3. Okay, so this is a very important extremity is the head. The other extremities are the fingers and the toes. We don't have time for the toes today, but at least we do the fingers. So I want you to take the left hand, use the right thumb, and just massage all the way around the joints. Massage all the way around the joints. Okay, now do the same thing on the other side. Now you find that if you have arthritis, you just have a lot of pain and ache in your body, massaging the fingers actually helps because what it does is it clears the qi. And when it clears the qi, the inflammation of the body is a result of the qi being blocked. We're now getting some relief. Okay, so now we're going to massage the top of the fingers. Same thing. And the other side. And we're going to take the left and the right. We're going to massage the top of the hand as well as in between the fingers. So squeeze the fingers. And then the other side. Now it turns out that all the fingertips have important energy points. So we're going to put the fingertips together and we're going to impact them 30 times. This is good for your brain, good for your heart. Okay, get ready, go. Okay, so before we finish, some finger exercise, pointing all 10 fingers towards the camera. 4 of them are the springs, the thumbs are the trigger. Lock down the spring, lock down the springs, and then wind up the 4 fingers and then get ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now open the shoulder, 2 fingers, middle fingers and the thumb. This is called the lotus hand. Put that on the gate to the cloud, back of the hand facing the camera. Get ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay? All right. And the class. I'll see you all next week. May you all be blessed with peace, happiness, and health. Okay? Try to practice on your own, following the YouTube video. Join our circle. Ask questions there. I noticed there was a very long question and then I think it was deleted. So if you're still here, ask that question in our circle and I'll do my best to answer it. Okay? And someone please post the circle name or not and a YouTube name. Okay, xin chào Giác Kiên. Bye bye.
Thank you, Jing.
Okay, thanks everyone.